like Applebee's on a date night. Got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake and some whipped cream on the top two. Two straws, one check, girl, I got you.
If you've logged into social media in the last few weeks, you're sure to have seen fans of the chart-topping hit by Walker Hayes doing a fancy-like dance at Applebee's restaurants across the country. Good morning, Walker. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you guys for having me today. Thank you.
Of course. Now, I've seen so many creative duets like the back-to-school version done by a high school principal on the school's intercom, the Tennessee Titans team mascot, Shaq photobombing one user's video, and Applebee's employees making their own versions, even a seal getting into the dance mix. Are you surprised by the reception of Fancy Like and how it's gone viral on social media?
Well, you just ran the gamut. I mean, all those are so diverse, and that's kind of what we're observing every day. We never cease to be blown away with how many spins on this dance you can do, how many different Applebee's you can do it at. Obviously, I've seen Applebee's staff left and right. I've seen people recreating the Oreo shake photo with me and my wife across the Oreo shake. But man, it's incredible. The viral nature of this song, and we're just loving it.
Now, your oldest daughter helped choreograph your TikTok's video dance, and now some of your kids are making cameos on stage during your concerts doing the dance. How cool is that?
Man, who knew? You know, when we built this family, I had no idea we were going to be like the Von Trapps, you know, getting on stage, creating our own Macarenas.
Yeah, how cool is it for the kids to get to be a part of your work?
That's just a neat thing, you know. It's a positive, wholesome thing that I love watching the power of music work that way.
I was listening to New Country 103.1 and Tim and Chelsea, and the first time I heard the Applebee's on a date night lyric, it made me smile because I used to work for a similar restaurant chain. It just reminded me of simpler times and of comfort food. What inspired you to put that line into your song?
I love that you just said that. There is something nostalgic about sitting down at a restaurant with your family and everybody watching the item that sizzles go by, you know, on a tray. And
yes,
that's exactly like you said. That was a simpler time. That's when I grew up, and that is I've said this in other interviews. You know, it's a lost delicacy, if you will, just kind of the normalcy of sitting in a restaurant. So that's what we do. That's what Lainey and I love to do, is find time, put the phones down.
Yes.
And we enjoy sitting down and ordering, you know, not having to do dishes, not having to cook,
right.
Things like that, because it becomes exhausting with the family. But
especially with 6 kids, right?
It is a reminder of exactly, yeah, with 6 kids. We don't get a lot of downtime, you know?
Right. I'm sorry. I have to ask, do you take your wife Lainey to Applebee's on a date night?
We absolutely do. You know, Lainey and I love Applebee's, and honestly, we met when we were 17. We were in high school together, and Applebee's was a fancy night. I would imagine we went there on prom night, you know, where I grew up. That was as nice as it got for us, you know? You're on a high school dime, and so you're probably stealing your dad's credit card. And
I think that's awesome. I love hearing this song. Congrats to your success with this song. Country star Walker Hayes, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Absolutely. You can catch Walker Hayes on TikTok or on Tim and Chelsea on New Country 103.1 WIRK.